Okay, good morning. I'm back out here on the truck, hoping to get this whole bottom end ripped out today. Probably some background noise too. Neighbors are working on their vehicles too. So goal for today is to drop these I-beams. So I'm gonna hit the impact on it and see if I can get either side to drop out. Figure this out.
You need to roll around comfy feet for gravel.
Well, that would be a little difficult.
I know. They need it. Someone needs to figure it out.
Or you just put concrete in.
Well, concrete's way more expensive.
Oof. When that bolt comes out, this might go kerplunk pretty well. Or not.
It did not.
Well, wait a second.
Oh, the jack.
Let's see what this does. No? Okay. In theory, it's loose.
That's just 43 years of junk on it. Hey, it's moving.
Yeah. My worry is when it moves all at once.
There it goes.
There's that part. Well, come on. Might have to just lay it on the ground and get it out a little bit. So now. I really hope I took enough pictures of everything before I took it apart.
Me too.
So at this point, all it's holding it in is that bolt through that tab, and the nut's not on the other side. So once that unseizes, but once you droop this, it puts it up at an angle. So I've got to try to get it to come out without squashing my hands. Ooh, my knee's hurting. The whole bolt's going, or just the bolt? Yeah. This might be a while. One day I'm gonna have a lift, and I'll laugh about all those times I struggled doing dumb stuff like this.
So close. Yay. Hey, got it.
Okay, so the only thing holding this thing in is the bushings around the radius arm here. When I let the thing down, it's binding, so I can't get it out. So I've got it jacked up level. So now, my janky front yard mechanic skills, I just hooked a tow strap to it. And I'm gonna have Shanna record while I stand in front of it and yank the crap out of it and see what happens. Well, nothing is the answer. Let's try with it down. It's getting closer. Is it moving at all?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is moving
I
a
think
little.
it's moving a little. It's
Okay.
got a gap at least.
Don't try this at home, kids. It's like elementary school, tug of war again.
Tug of war with the truck.
Don't pull it off the jack stands.
I don't think you are yet. It's gapping.
Yeah, it's moving. This is gonna be funny. Hey, how's it going? Okay, well that worked. We did not get this side on video though. We happened to have some neighbors come by and they were trying to figure out what the heck I was doing with the tow strap wrapped around me. So they stopped and watched the first side come out. So I'll go ahead and hook it up to the next side and yank that sucker out. Okay, back to the tug of war. Boom!
Hey, that went a lot quicker.
Uh-oh.
That was much easier.
Yep. Okay, now the easy part. I dragged over these I-beams to the side of the house, doused them in some foaming cleaner. So I'm trying to get all that grime off there so I can actually work with them and try to get those kingpins pulled out. Well, I got these I-beams somewhat cleaned up. I'm going to try to break them down into individual components. So I got to pull this rotor off here and then start disassembling the spindle. So, rotor's off, dust shield's off. So now I'm going to see if I can get this dang thing loose so I can separate the radius arm from the I-beam. So radius arm is removed. So I got to clean that up a little better, and I might go and put the bushings on those and reinstall those. Hopefully I'll at least get that done today, and then I'm going to try to see if I can get these Kingpins pressed out here in a second. And good thing I bought new Kingpins that have grease fittings, because this one broke right off. And there's the top dust shield, or whatever they call those. Okay, so the retaining pin's out. So Kingpin's just down through there. We're officially to the point that I have no clue what I'm doing. So I'm gonna have to dig in here and see if I can knock this thing out, or if I'm gonna have it pressed out. Well, you can see I got everything broke down other than the Kingpins. Same thing over here. So I'm just soaking the daylights out of these with Freol and letting them sit for a few while I go clean up the radius arms and then put those on. Yeah, it's coming out way easier than I expected.
Yep. And they couldn't do this at the shop?
Apparently not.
Well, there we go.
Okay, hold on. So that was on that side of it. That was on that side of it.
Well, cool.
There's one side. Let's go see if the other side does anything. Now they're out. The problem now is you've got sleeves that have to be pressed into the spindle here in a minute. And then you have to ream those out to fit the new pins. So that'll be the next interesting part. But everything came apart.
That's good. Just cleaning away.
Okay, pretty successful day one, but I'm about to wrap it up. Everything's at least tore apart. Kingpins are out. So I'll show you what the plan is for tomorrow morning. So I've got all the radius arms and the beams cleaned up real well. So I'll go ahead and put these back up in there and the new radius arm bushings and get that torqued in. Then on these beams, you can see these bushings are toast. So I've got the new ones. So I'll see if I can get those pressed out and the new ones pressed in. Then if I get that done, I can go ahead and get those up under there too and then hooked into the radius arms. Then I've got my spindles all cleaned up. So I'll have to clean up where the Kingpin bushings go and then take a look at what it's going to take to get those together. So I'll see if I'm going to be able to get the bushings for the Kingpins in there. If not, at least I got the spindles where I can just go drop them at a machine shop this week, get all that pressed together, and then when we get back from Indiana I can throw it all back together. So cross my fingers, but this project might not take as long as I expected. So for today, that's it. We'll pick things up in the morning. And good morning again. So yesterday things came apart better than I expected, actually. Everything's pretty much apart. The only thing I got left to do is to press out the axle pivot bushings from the I-beams. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to get the radius arms back on. So one of the things I'm questioning is this spacer here. So the old ones did not have that. The new ones came with it. And couldn't find for sure online whether I'm supposed to use that or not, so I'll start putting it together and see what it looks like. Uh-oh. Man down. Alright, I'm questioning whether I got the right parts. So here's the new bushing. There's the old bushing. So the diameter of this, there's no way that's going into that bracket. Now based off the depth, that's where you could use the spacer. But if you use that spacer, it's way too much to get the threads to even catch where you could get the nut back on it to compress them. So, not sure where I'm at with this. Time to consult the internet. Okay, mystery solved, it looks like. So apparently in '79, there was a design change in January, so built after January '79, it's what I've got as far as parts. If it was built before then, it's a different set, which I looked at the sticker on the door jamb on mine, and it was built October of '78. So mine are the different style. Of course, no one in town has them in stock. So I will have to order those. Not a huge deal, I guess. I got to take the spindles in to get the Kingpin bushings reamed anyway. So I'll be doing that this week, and then we leave for Indiana Wednesday. Won't be back till Sunday, so probably be after that to get the spindles. So that'll wrap this up for now. It's just gonna sit out here until I get parts. But once I get the right parts, if those are lined up with the machine shop work, should go back together pretty quick. So we'll see. But we'll call it a day for now, I guess. I'll go inside, order some more parts, and next video should be us up in Indy. And then a few weeks from now, hopefully I have a video with this wrapped up back together and on the road. So we'll see then.